Yep. We can't see him. He's not here. No. You can hear me?
Can you hear me now? Sorry,
I can
guys.
hear you no better.
Yeah. No, I defaulted back. Everything is going wrong tonight. So what I was saying is, welcome to the Republic of Players podcast. I am Ronan Fox, and it's just Paddy with me tonight. We had Aidan, but Aidan is after dropping out. His internet went down, so it's going to be the two of us tonight. We might get Aidan back in, but we'll see what happens. How you doing, Paddy?
I'm not so bad. How are you?
It's been a while since we did a duo podcast.
I think we've done one ever before. Well, we've done our shows together, but the podcast I think there's only been one, isn't there?
Yeah, it's a while back now since we did it, but yeah, I mean, we've got loads of news to get through. There's some big news dropped today that we'll talk a little bit about at the end.
Right. It's one of them hype moments that everyone just give it to me. I just want it now.
Yeah. I think me and you are the most excited for it anyway, so maybe it's
no, definitely. I love you.
Swish to keep.
This is gonna be hard keeping up with things now tonight. There's not 3 or 4 of us here to know all the news parts. We're probably
honest to God, Aidan shared a lot of this news, so
we're read the articles. Yeah. Oh, just yeah.
We're gonna bluff our way through it.
What's new? What's the new?
For starters, let's start off. Have you been doing much gaming at all? Have you been playing anything? Has life been a little bit too busy?
You know you're digging now. You're digging. You know very well what I'm going to say.
What are you going to say?
My PlayStation 5 was broken by a toddler. I had to break a couple of her toys then and threw it out the window.
Give me the filthy details. What did she do?
Oh, she stuck the back of the worst part of the PS5 is the HDMI port. Notoriously, everybody knows. Well, everyone's starting to know because it's not out that long. But that's the most delicate part of it, and she's standing on the back of it all the time. And you know, for months and months, I was kind of like twiddling it and moving it and getting it to work by pushing it this way and pushing it that way. And then Friday after Fortnite came out, had a good night Fortnite start, and then Saturday morning, dead, gone, no PlayStation, and that's what I use for my TV. So I was trying to get things around to get my to have smart apps open somewhere and sitting here scratching no TV.
It didn't do that horrible thing where it was like half working, half not working. It was just totally gone, did it?
It's like white, and then it just went like I tried it one way and the other. Next, it was just completely broke. And then I was looking it up, and you can fix it, but it takes like soldering inside. Now I can solder pipes, but I've never done I've never like soldered like down here like this. So I was gonna get the blowtorch out and start going.
Yeah, I think you need like a hot air gun and all that. You know, it's a little bit more detailed than like, just sticking two pipes together.
Yeah, exactly. The PlayStation now is a bit too expensive for me to start, DIY job and something I haven't done before. I can do it on your PlayStation, but not mine.
Yeah, no bother. I'll give you. I'll test yours out first.
I'll test yours, not mine.
Hand it back. No, that can't be fixed.
And then my brother was like, you have it under warranty. And I was like, I don't even know where I bought it from. All the PlayStations I went through that time, I was like, which one is it?
Just start going into random places saying, I have still a warranty on this.
I got this here. No, you didn't. Come on now.
I wonder, does the warranty, is it Sony that you can you send it back to the manufacturers, no?
But like, sure, I mean, I wouldn't be very
The PS6 will be out by the time you get it back. That's the issue.
Man, I'd have to go get it fixed. Like I was going to get it fixed Saturday. Do you know what I mean? And I didn't go yet because I've been diverted with work. But it's going to get to the weekend again, and I'm going to be like, "Where's the PlayStation?"
So all the PlayStations that you got, you didn't keep a spare, no?
No, I can't. Too expensive.
Yeah.
PS5 Pros coming out. I might get a couple of them. Put them up.
Couple of them.
Can't get connected to the computer. Won't even connect to hotspot. Oh, God damn it, Aidan.
That's all right. Well, my mic didn't work at the start, Aidan, so it's all your fault. I'm blaming Aidan's internet for everything tonight.
Damn, Aidan.
Yeah.
What have you been up to? What have you been playing?
Yeah, so I have been gaming. To be honest with you, like the most game I've played is the new, we still call it FIFA, but FC. Been playing a lot of that. I mean,
it's been horrible. A lot of people saying they hate that game.
Yeah, I personally love it. There's a lot of new features they brought in that I really like that kind of change it just enough to keep me interested.
Has everybody moved on just to Ultimate Team? Is that everyone? Is that what everyone plays now?
Yeah,
That's,
you could
that's just the game.
you could literally bring out a game with no teams, official teams whatsoever, and they'd still have the same player base. Like the money is made in Ultimate Team, you know, through good or bad, but it's the game mode that I play. Do you know what it's like? And you understand this. It's the way Fortnite is, that you have your season pass and content is released every month. That's the way Ultimate Team works, because it looks at real world football, and you know, if there's a player that plays really well this week, they can get a team of the week card that boosts their stats, and it's just really interesting. I actually did a beginner's guide to Ultimate Team because I remember you saying actually that, you know, you'd love to get into it, but you wouldn't have a clue where to start. So I worked on a beginner's guide for that, and I've heard other people, it's like I go into it and it's very overwhelming, and it was only when I started doing that guide I realised there is so much stuff here that I just take for granted when I start playing.
So it's like Tarkov kind of job, like you're
I won't say it's as hard as Tarkov, but yeah,
once you learn, like Tarkov now, when I go to play Tarkov, it's so easy for me to
it's second nature.
But when you first start, it was like, what the hell is going on?
It's definitely an easier onboarding to Tarkov, but it's similar in terms of, now everything is second nature to me. And it's only when I started looking back through the different features, and there's so like, not to go into too much detail, but the big new feature this year is it's a feature called Evolutions. So you can actually take a player that you might like in real life that maybe doesn't have great stats in the game and evolve him by playing games with him and scoring goals. So that player can get up to stats that are able to be, I suppose, competitive in your team. So that's a really interesting feature. And yeah, I'm just enjoying it. Like, I'm probably playing the best I have in this game than I have in the last maybe 2 or 3 years. So that's always nice as well.
I was thinking maybe even could join on his phone if you wanted to.
Possibly.
If you're watching,
I'm going to answer that. So, Luke, how do I find the men and women mix in Ultimate Team? I actually really like it. And what they did at the start, like there was a lot of people that were saying, "Oh, it's not realistic," and Ultimate Team is not realistic. Full stop. You know, you're playing guys that have Messi, Ronaldo, R9 on the same team. Like, it's not realistic in terms of the players that you have. Like, the physics, you could argue, are simulation to the real game. But what I feel now is, after playing it for a certain length of time with the women players, is it doesn't matter anymore. Like, if they're a good player, they're going to get on your team. And now, and a lot of people will say this that are playing FC, it's brought so much attention to the women's sport. You know, I didn't know a lot of the women's footballers before FC came out. Now I can name, most of the Barcelona team. Bonmati got Player of the Year there recently, the Ballon d'Or. I knew who she was before she got that award. So it's doing exactly what it set out to do, and that's bring more attention to the women's game. And so, like, some of these women are absolute ballers. Like, it's obviously the difference with men's and women's sport. There is a difference there, but I do think that the women's sport is definitely catching up, and a lot more people are watching it now than they ever have before. But if you ask me, I never had an issue with them bringing female footballers in. I think it's great for the sport.
Yeah, no, it's good for the sport. Obviously, get more eyes on it. Why not?
There was a lot of saltiness around it, and I just didn't get it. Like, but that's the FIFA EAFC community, is just they want to give out about everything and anything, and that was just an easy target when they announced it. But I think it works really well, and
What's the news on it?
The news is, I just have the first piece of news here. So this is an interesting one. Nintendo say a live-action Zelda movie is coming. So this is, I don't know whether we have any sort of release date, but a live-action movie adaptation of The Legend of Zelda is finally happening. Nintendo announced the upcoming production will be helmed by both Zelda creator and Marvel Studios founder, in partnership with Sony Pictures Entertainment. All the gang is here. All that's missing is Chris Pratt, is what's on this report here. But you never know, Chris Pratt might actually end up being Link.
He might be a bit old for Link, is he?
Maybe.
Who would play Link?
CGI. Who would play Link?
Just Link. Just CGI character.
Tom Holland, maybe. He seems to be playing everyone.
Yeah, I suppose Tom Holland would do.
Maybe a little bit older.
Zelda movie. Would you like to watch the Zelda movie?
Yeah, I mean, the the games, like especially the last two that came out, Breath of the Wild, and I can't even remember the second one. Somebody in the chat will help me out.
Would you set it in, like, I suppose it looked like Lord of the Rings type of show.
Yeah, I definitely go and see it. I mean, Nintendo, Mario came out and I went to see it with my kids and they absolutely loved it. So I reckon if they had the same...
Mario was I enjoyed Mario a lot. When does it say it's coming? It doesn't say it's coming out at all yet.
No, it doesn't have
just that it's in the works.
It doesn't have any sort of date here at all. So just in the works.
I think it's obviously going to be one of them, a big hot movie.
Tears of the Kingdom.
It's going to be a big box office movie when it comes out.
I think we're getting to the stage where game movies are being announced and we're not thinking, oh no. You know, there's been a couple of game movies in recent years that have been pretty good, and I think they are turning the tide on absolutely 100%.
There's a lot terrible. More, I think they put a lot more money into them these days than they used to put into them as well, and a lot more. The CGI's got better, the storytelling has got better. Like it's you're definitely not waiting. You're not cringing at them anyway. Like Mario was definitely very good. I suppose Pokemon's not a game, kinda. It was a TV show first, but like the Pokemon movies are pretty decent as well. I enjoyed them.
Yeah, so no other details on this. It was just a kind of a teaser announcement. Co-produced. Yeah, so that's
it.
That's the news on the new Zelda movie. This is actually, it's funny that this is the next piece of news because we're after talking about FIFA for the last 10 minutes, but they actually shut down some of the older FIFA servers there on 2 days ago. I was actually talking to one of the guys that was working on the shutdown. So they shut down FIFA 18, 19 and 20 servers. So before the 6th, you would have been able to still open that game up and see your ultimate team, possibly a team that you spent lots of money on or a team that you played with all year. So yeah, they've shut the servers down. I'm not sure whether this is an impact of them not having the FIFA name anymore, but that happened during the week. So if
people have spent all their wages on the cards are just gone. They're gone.
Yeah. So
I remember talking to lads that spent like £300 or £400 a week sometimes, like, and just to get the best things that they could. And I think it's nuts, but sure.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I get it if it was like some kind of, I don't know if I get it all.
I did a bit of research. So can you guess how much a pro FIFA player spends on their team every year? On average?
I'd say 100 a week. 52.
They spend 10 grand to get the team that they need to be competitive. 10 grand is the average.
And where do you invest in EA?
Yeah. Well, you can. I have investments in EA, and they're usually pretty solid when it comes to the release of a new FIFA game or FC or any of the sports games. Because like they have Madden, they have the NHL game. It's it's usually fairly consistent in terms of.
To be fair, like with football or sport in general, it has a big association with gambling. It just comes down to that type of person. Like, I'm not where you can't, you know what I mean?
It is. It's and I think that's an important point to make because, like, I sometimes feel it myself when I'm playing and you lose, and you're like, if you just had like a decent player, you know, will you put a little bit of money in it? And that kind of grab is always there, and I think that's the issue with games like that in terms of it's putting your hand in the pie, and then once you do that, it's very hard to stop because if you don't get what you want the first time around, you're like, well, I've put a tenner in, I might as well put 20 in, and
as well as your money's digital as well. That's a problem as well.
Yeah,
you're seeing numbers on a screen. It's not real to you.
Yeah,
and you just like spend it. It's like buying stuff off Amazon or something. That's only a few.
You go down to the shop to get milk and bread for the kids, and there's nothing left.
Yeah, but you see the cash in your hand, and you feel bad. You know what I mean? When it's gone, you're trying to keep it more because it's cash.
Yeah,
but it's the truth. Digital money is just the way to get you. It's the way to get you.
And it's not just in FIFA or FC. It's in many other games, but. Yeah, definitely. It's something that I like. Honestly, I think it's going to change. I think they're getting away from that
Oh,
from that.
the laws are coming down hard.
Yeah.
A lot of them are it's banned in like Germany and stuff like that, isn't it? And stuff like that. And
Yeah.
is a bit, as well as CS:GO. They're big. People pay a lot of money for the skins in CS:GO, but they're NFTs. But like it's people watching people
10 grand for a knife type of thing.
Like that's why Kick was invented, like because they wanted to gamble on it. Like it's a big thing. It's massive. People love watching people gamble. And it's a big circle.
Yeah, and the huge issue is, gambling it can be an awful disease once it gets hold. But the massive problem is it's in front of kids. Kids are getting this feeling of that buzz you get when you win something small, and then they don't understand the value.
Endorphins.
Yeah, the endorphins, and they don't understand that it's real money being used to gain that endorphin. So
no,
I hope we get to a stage where we kind of get away from that. Here's money for a skin type of gaming.
I sold all my CS:GO skins and was able to buy a Stream Deck. Well, like on one end, I think that's good. At least you didn't get done in like the FIFA players.
Yeah. There's no selling your players in FIFA.
No, like that's it. But that like that's, I suppose I still go back to, I think FIFA should have like a subscriber base, and it should be an open game and it just updated. Like that would be perfect. Like do a subscription, keep updating the game, have people with their ultimate teams, have a wipe if you wanted to, but let people keep certain cards that they can't use or something, like something like that there, and put it in a marketplace. Like that'd be make it better. In my opinion, eh? Yeah,
and I think the whole I didn't agree with you up to the point you said wipe, because what happens is like the whole, like the year in FIFA it's the same every year. You start off, you have a terrible team and you're trying to build up that team, and that's the most fun part, is when you get a new player in, you buy a new player, you work towards that player and he makes that team better, and then you go on, and as you get towards Christmas then you start getting better cards because there's maybe some objectives that you can complete to get them, and then it builds up to the end of the year or the end of the football season, and you have team of the year cards and all the top guys, and then if it wiped at the end of the season, I don't know how they could maybe balance it out where it goes back to that original feeling of, okay, we're starting again and we're going to build up again without taking away all the, and I think getting away from having the purchasable coins, that would definitely help, that you have to play the game to.
What if they had a league that you couldn't buy in, and that you entered the league and you just kept getting cards randomly? That work?
Yeah, if it was, maybe a different section in the game that you could have, like a Road to Glory section. They call it a Road to Glory when you just don't put any money in. So there could be a Road to Glory game mode. But yeah, look, there's lots of different options. But look, at the back of it all, and you understand as much as I do, it's a business at the end of the day, and it's a business that's absolutely like thriving at the moment, and people are putting money into it. And unless governments are going to step in and maybe stop that, they're just going to keep doing it. And why wouldn't, like, they're not going to say, well, we're not going to do it because
they're in the business of making money. That's their
business.
They're
in the business of making money.
That's their business. Mind your business.
You might mind your business.
Mind your business.
Speaking of making money, Fortnite has gone back to the OG chapter. It's not season 1, is it? It's season 5.
No, it's season 1.
Oh, it's season 1. Okay.
Yeah, they went back to see, but they haven't kept everything the same as the season 1. You've got like a lot easier ways to get around than you did in season 1. The gun skins look a little bit differently, and it feels the same kind of game. I jumped back into it at the weekend, and I did enjoy playing. The feeling of it, it's just.
So it broke the player record. 44.7 million players joined in one day, which is the most ever. I have to say, my 2 kids jumped on. My son was a massive Fortnite player, hasn't played much in the last couple of years, but he jumped on and he says, it's brilliant. Like, it's great.
Who in the chat jumped into Fortnite the weekend? Come on, all yous.
Free to play Inc.
Free to play Inc. That'd be a good one.
Anyone play?
That's Fortnite.
Fortnite you can pump money into, I'm sure. Yeah, V-Bucks.
But still free to play.
Well, that's true.
That's free. That's another story.
Maybe that's how they get away with it. It's free to play, but you can throw money at it if you like.
Yeah, that's a Fortnite. That was their business model. That's a lot of the games business model. That's mobile gaming, which wrecks my nut. Ad. I felt like what's that program that you watch? The one where it shows you weird shit that can happen in the world. Mirror.
Oh,
What's it called?
Black
Black
Mirror.
Mirror. The
Yeah,
episode of Black Mirror where
brilliant.
we have to pay for life by just watching ads.
Yeah, that's a good show. The new
Yeah.
season is just okay, as one of the lads do say. But yeah, it's just well written. It's
I try watching a few episodes. But sometimes I'm just like, oh, I don't know what you're on about, and just
yeah.
and just go away from it. Some of it's over completely over the top. That
So,
one with there was a politician and turning into
yeah.
a pig, and
It's pretty. That's the first episode, I think.
is it? Oh, it was
Yeah,
gruesome. I was
and
like,
it's such a
Jesus
tough
Christ.
one to have as your first episode because not everyone's going to start go and watch.
I think they were just trying to make headlines with that one. Like, to be honest,
Yeah, I'm nearly certain it was the first episode. It's either the first or the second. Somebody can correct me, but I'm nearly certain it was the first. And I watched that and I was like, this is awful.
yeah. So did I. I'm just going to see the Fortnite season 1. What was different?
Epic's new Fortnite
Fortnite
OG chapter, OG chapter season 1 essentially revives the original battle royale mode as it was 6 years ago. It's almost like players are opening up a time capsule and jumping into Fortnite's debut year.
It is funny watching some people on like the game groups and stuff like that, and they're all complaining and saying, "Oh, this is crap," because they're so used to playing the new games, the new version of it. Now, I haven't played the new version, so I don't really know what the massive differences are, but I know there is. I enjoyed getting back into it. The only problem that I have with that game is I tried to introduce a couple of friends into it, and there was just bots, and they were going in and they're wiping the floor with the whole map, and they're like, "This is crap," because I'm too good at it. And I was like, "Yeah, like that's annoying. Like you need the reason the old way was so good is because it was so bloody hard. It took me so long to get my first win in that game, but new players are going in and they're just letting them win straight away, and then people just walk away from the game. In my experience, anyway.
Yeah, there was a time, I could be wrong, but there was a time when there was no bots.
Yeah, no. It's no bots like for till season 2, like the new season, what? Not season 2, like when they changed the map and everything. Yeah, season 2. That's when bots
season
came into
2.
it. Yeah, that's when bots came into it. Like, and that's when everyone fell off the game. Like that's when it's not when I hit its peak was the World Cup, and then I fell off the game. And I think a lot of people that I know fell off the game. I know it's still a huge game, but they had a lot more new players coming into it, and old players falling off. Do you know that way?
I think with the way Fortnite is now is there is still a massive player base, but it's not like front and center of, you don't hear about it a lot. It's just people are literally, the people that are not maybe full on hardcore gamers.
Mm-hmm.
There's a PlayStation in the house. There's a chance that Fortnite is installed on it. There's a chance that somebody is there playing it. Maybe like my middle son, he is just obsessed with it. He doesn't play anything else.
Yeah.
Like, and he'll always ask me, "What's your favorite game?" Is a Fortnite. Like, it's always mentioned. So I think there is a little bit of longevity in the old dog yet.
We could probably talk about the Epic thing since we're on this subject. So they're not profitable or they're still not profitable. Do you know that? You have that one in there?
Yeah. So Epic Games admit in court that its PC store still isn't profitable. The company behind Fortnite is currently in a legal fight against Google over in-app fees. On Monday, during the first day of the Epic versus Global legal showdown over App Store fees, both companies gave their opening statements and began poking at each other's witnesses. And during the day, Epic admitted that its digital PC game store still isn't profitable. It's interesting.
It is, yeah. There's a tweet from Tim Sweeney. He goes, "That's right, and it's been proven to be a fantastic success in reaching gamers and great gamers and fantastic investment in growing business." And there's 700 million spent. There is 700 million spent by PC players on Epic Game Store, 265 million spent by players on third-party PC games in Epic Store, 103 free games, 749 million free games claimed, 77% average score access of all free games. 2,000. So they've given away 2,500 worth of games already. Now, I was looking into a couple of things. Do you know how much Microsoft is worth?
No.
2.69. No, 2.69 trillion.
Wow.
Okay. Epic Game Store is worth. Can you guess?
It's not a trillion anyway, and I wouldn't even say it's
No,
billion. A couple of million. Let's say 17 million.
no. 32 billion.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
It's
Steam. How much is Steam worth?
close enough to where Microsoft is.
10 billion.
Wow.
That was their notes. That's from 2021. I presume it's nearly the same.
Yeah, it
There's
wouldn't
some,
be much of a
there could
difference.
be a couple of, I was saying a couple of, but my thought is, sure, if things were 32 billion and they were 10 billion, like they could go buy them. Like, why not? Like, would that not be the move?
Yeah.
If you could get, like, they'd have to sell as well. You wouldn't be able to, like, if it's a publicly traded company, if they came in with an offer of fucking 15 or 20 billion, they'd have to sell it. Do you know what I mean? Because that's the way it happened with Twitter as well.
Who would
But
sell? Hold on. Epic would sell the
Steam
store.
no, Steam would have to sell if Epic came along and tried to buy them.
I don't think
it's
they would
public-
ever sell though.
No, but you don't have it. If you have a publicly traded company, right, and someone comes along and puts a big offer in that's worth more than the shareholders, you have to sell it because of the shareholders.
I thought Steam was private though.
It could be. I'm not saying
As
it isn't.
privately,
It could be.
yeah, it's private.
All right. Okay. Well, that's different. It could be. I didn't know.
Yeah,
So
that's
10
why I think there was a couple of issues like this in the past where I don't know whether it was like IPs that people were trying to buy, like the Half-Life IP, and Steam were just like, no, we're not selling. And I was wondering why, because it was for massive money, but yeah, they're privately held.
Well, that's that off the table then. We're gone. We're effect. But still, it shows you the differences in the money. I'm not even. Is Epic private? I wonder.
No,
I don't think
I
it
would
is,
say Epic is public.
Traded.
Public. Hold on a second. Not complete initial.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not
Is it listed
listed. It's not
public?
listed, yeah. So it's
No.
still private. So it's still
Okay.
private here.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. They're both private, which that can't happen then. But still, it shows the difference. You think that I suppose Epic has a lot more businesses going on than just.
Yeah, I was going to mention
games.
that it's not like, I mean, the store was probably their newest venture. Like they have the game engine that they rent out to to developers. They have Fortnite, which is obviously still making a massive amount of money.
Yeah,
The Epic Store is something new.
They do stuff. They own lots of forestry as well. They're a good company like that. Well, every company says that, but they're a good company.
Yeah.
They plant a lot of trees, and hopefully it's not.
So they say anyway.
It's not virtue. Hopefully it's not virtue signaling. It could be, for all we know. But it's definitely interesting that they're still trying to go after the market. They're still trying to build up and give away free games. What they could be trying to do is going after the next generation. Like a lot of our generation are stuck on Steam, and it's like Steam is where you go. Steam. But then you have the likes of your young lads coming up who might start going to PC, no Fortnite. Next thing, Epic Game Store is their store. You know what I mean? That's what they go to. And that's what could happen. And that's what they're waiting on, the long game. And I think that's a good possibility of that actually happening.
It's a tough market to get into.
Oh, 100%.
And I think a lot of companies are trying to do it now. You have EA, they have their own store. Xbox Game Pass essentially is a store as well. And, there's...
It's a subscription thing, isn't it? That's what everybody really wants. Everybody wants their own place, their own way. It's like we used to have TV that had all the channels, and now we have to go to every different, all the different places to watch different things. It's the same as the games.
I'm just going to bring up the Epic Store here because there's something that I actually always do. So when you go into the Epic Store, I would recommend downloading it because of this reason. So if you scroll down, you do have deals of the week, but you also have free games that come out, and it shows you, what the next free games are. So where is it? This so Turnip Boy is out. Never heard of it. I'm sure somebody out there may have heard of it. The next one that's coming out is called Golden Light, and I've got like some, Death Stranding was there for free, Dishonored was free, Fallout New Vegas that came out for free. I think Grand Theft Auto was free for a time. Like, look how many games I have, and I have purchased nothing off this store. So definitely worth just getting onto it, just so you can get the free games, which is nice. And you never know, you might get something that you haven't played and you're looking to play without actually spending some money on it.
Irish lad 1982 says, but there are way too many launchers: Blizzard, Ubisoft, EA, Epic, Steam. No room for games if you install them all.
No room for the games, yeah. Just all
I
installers.
do find it annoying when you log into like Ubisoft or something for the first time, and then it's like, put your password in. Oh no, that's not the right password.
Yeah.
And then you put it in and change it. It goes, no, you can't use the old password.
Yeah, the Ubisoft is an interesting one because that is a pile of crap. That is the one that I hate, because it used to be a case where even when you were on the console, it was like, sign into your Ubisoft account to get it. Let's say if it was an Assassin's Creed game, and it was just an absolute mess.
It's the same as GTA. You go into the Rockstar and you get to the Rockstar.
Yeah, that was a mess as well, wasn't it?
You're looking for. I only did it recently, and I was looking for. I said, I own GTA 5. It tells me I own GTA 5. Why can't I download it? It's like, go here, do this, do that. Just let me play the game. I never downloaded it.
So I have like I'm just looking at my desktop here. I've got all my launchers in one place here. So you've got Steam, Epic. You've got the Riot client because I downloaded.
I think you have the wrong screen up. Not sure.
Give me a second. Sorry about this, guys.
Sorry to cut you mid-sentence.
Oh, that's all right. I don't know where our cameras are gone, Paddy. We've disappeared.
If you open up the Zoom, open up to full screen.
Yeah, I did.
Whatever,
it's open up in full screen.
All right. I don't know. Is that the same screen that was shown before you?
Yeah. Where is it gone? Maybe it's the Epic Store is after stopping.
Goddamn Epic Store. Sure, we can keep talking a minute.
Yeah.
So it's a podcast after all.
What you got? Everything is just gone. Why is okay?
I miss Aiden. If Aiden's here, it wouldn't happen.
Yeah, where's Aiden?
Everyone in chat, what's your worst launcher? What's the one you hate the most?
Yeah, so just go on to the next piece of news there, Paddy, and I'll try and get this sorted out. We're looking at the...
What is the next piece of news?
So, Sony to remove PlayStation's Twitter integration on PS4 and PS5. I don't think there's too much we can say about that, is there?
Yeah, there's a reason for it. The Xbox took it off their platform already, and Sony are taking it off as well. And the reason for it is because they're changing. I think it's the APIs, and they're charging 40,000 a month. Twitter or X is charging 40,000 a month to keep it on the store or keep it on the PlayStation. That is nuts. I don't understand why you wouldn't want to be pushing people to your platforms from such a like massive place. Like PlayStation has, like Twitter seems to think that they're bigger and better than PlayStation, which I don't think is true. I think PlayStation has a staple. X definitely doesn't have a staple yet. Like Twitter probably did for the name value, but like X doesn't. And I'd be keeping it on for a while anyway, and keep gamers posting their game clips to Twitter easily, and let people let them post the players easily, because they want to put videos on X as well, and they want people to start using it like the rest of the platforms like YouTube and Twitch, etc. We're back there now, but we're full screen camera.
Yeah, we're on the Zoom.
This is old school.
Yeah, it just bugged out there. I don't know what actually happened there.
No bother. That's not OBS.
The Streamlabs wouldn't do that.
Do you think it would be a better idea if they kept it on for free?
Sorry, say that again. What's the question?
If it would be better if they kept X on PlayStation for free. They're going to charge 40,000 a month to allow the API to be the same. Not the same, but updated API.
Personally, for me, it doesn't matter because I would never go onto a social media platform on PlayStation.
Yeah, but it's not. I know I wouldn't either, but it's for sharing your clips. Basically, it's like
you
share clips
okay.
straight. You can share straight to Twitter, or you could share straight to Facebook. They removed it, but I was saying I think it'd be a good idea if they want to get that younger generation to keep sharing their game clips onto Twitter.
Yeah, I do like that feature actually. And I have done it before. I'd usually share them to YouTube now if I do want,
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a little bit easier doing that than putting it on a USB stick, putting it in the computer and transferring it over that way. So
It kind of goes back to all the tech kind of took over the market in the last like 10, 20 years. And a lot of companies start trading and all of them are not making any profit. Like, and that's Twitter. Twitter weren't making profit before. Like, and a lot of companies are like that. And now Musk came in and he's trying to make money. But I don't know if he ever will. The amount he spent on it. But it shows you like these tech companies are just on a paddleboard, a lot of them, and just
I kind of like what Elon did with X or Twitter.
Oh no, I like it too. Trust me, I'm allowed to talk now.
So. Yeah, exactly, and I think that's the main thing. I don't know whether you listened to him on Joe Rogan, the latest podcast, but he has some great points about why he allows people from, let's say, different parts of the world to come together. If they don't break the rules while they're on that platform, we should have a space that they can express themselves. And the only way, I think he mentioned something, the only way free speech works is if you allow people to say stuff that you don't agree with.
Yeah, 100%. But that's the truth. No, I agree as well. But he is a bit of a nutter. But I suppose every eccentric person, like a lot of geniuses, are very eccentric, and I think he's just one of them kind of people.
Yeah,
he's not normal. Let's face it, he's just not normal.
He's a different tier. I don't think we can even judge he just sees the world in a different light.
Yeah, it does, definitely. If anyone's watching, please do hit that like button. Please.
Yeah, and we do apologize for our beautiful overlay being destroyed. I think we have our last piece of news. Do you want to announce it? I can't move anything on this side, Paddy, so I can't even look at notes anymore. So you announce what broke today.
Well, is it the 25th anniversary, 25 years, isn't it, for Rockstar? No, 25 years Rockstar, and they are announcing that they're going to be letting out the next trailer for the next GTA. Now, I'm very excited. I know Roland's very excited. Are you excited at home? That's the question. But the question is, do you think it's going to be GTA 6 or is it going to be another, random GTA?
I mean, they've done it before where it could be just GTA 5 remastered.
What was that? We were watching one of them events there a few years ago and they came up with the GTA 5. It's like, yeah, we've seen this 25,000 times. I remember when it came out 10 years ago.
It was like Skyrim just being re-released. Now on a microwave near you. It has to be GTA 6. I just if it was a case that we knew it wasn't in development and we didn't have the information that we have, but there's no way it can't be.
Well, I'm just glad that they finally came out with it because there's people out there milking the shit out of it every week. GTA 6 leak, GTA 6 leak, GTA is announced, GTA is announced, and there's people and there's people falling for it all the time, and I end up just unfollowing some people. So I was like, you're not giving me the news. I want to know when it's actually going to come out.
Yeah, Game Bible is that website for me.
They're all like that. You mean good or bad?
No, bad. No, I don't like their kind of. Sometimes it's a little bit too clicky bit, and it's not good quality.
Do you find on the mobile as well? When you go onto websites these days, the mobile is just crap. Like mobile, trying to scroll on the internet on the mobile is absolutely awful. Like go onto Lad Bible or go onto the M ones, and it just ads are trying to pop up.
Yeah,
they're trying to pull the screen to see what you want to see, and it won't let you pull it because it's trying to get the ad. And then you click the ad, and then terms and conditions comes up.
You click the ad by accident,
and then you forget while you're in the bloody thing why you're looking at the thing at all. And sometimes they write the whole head in the fucking on the Facebook post, and you click it, and it's just
2 lines.
It's a little bit extra, and you're like, "Well, that was worth the click." Oh, I hope you made money out of that.
Yeah, it's horrendous.
They're paid for clicks. They're not paid for viewings. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that style of stuff annoys me, and I hate when it's shared. It's like, look at this amazing headline, and you're just like, you got to read the article, guys, and then you click into it.
Ronaldo said the N word. What? He said Nike. All right.
No, it is like that. Game Bible is horrendous for it.
But that's what it's been like for GTA 6. Everybody knows this is the biggest, if not one of the biggest, not the biggest game in the world. We can't. It's an arguable point. It is. The whole world is going to know this game is coming out, and the whole world, everyone's going to be buying it day one. Best game ever to see. You know what I mean? I can't wait for it. If it said it on December It's coming out next month, and they're going to have a trailer for it. I imagine they said earlier. Imagine they were dropping it this year. Oh my god, it would be bedlam, bedlam.
It's the type of game where, and it doesn't happen too often. I think maybe just we're getting a little bit older, or games are just not as good, and the excitement isn't as there when we were younger. But it is a game that, especially when Rockstar bring out a game, it's a game that I always look forward to, because you know they're going to try and push the boundaries in some way, whether that's being controversial or graphically or trying something new. Like, for example, when they brought out GTA 5, there was that amazing feature, and it kind of got, when it first came out, it was blown up on articles and everybody loved it. But that switching from one character to another, that was like unbelievable, where it zooms out and then it goes to a different part of the map and it zooms in and then you're another character, and there was different elements then that were added in. Trevor was, sometimes you'd flick to Trevor and he's out in the middle of nowhere,
lying in his underwear.
Yeah, like stuff like that is amazing. And then to go to Red Dead Redemption.
Have many games implemented that since? I know Spider-Man
actually, yeah,
Spider-Man did that. Spider-Man 2, but I don't know it was any other ones that did that.
Not that I can think of.
Just 10 years in the difference or more.
Wow.
Well, GTA 5 is long time. Is it 10 or 15, 12 years, is it? Is that a long time?
That's crazy. It's that long.
Oh, so shout a while. We're going to go on the top of the week. What's your favourite GTA?
Tropic of the week, we're calling it.
Tropic. Oh, yeah. Just came out of nowhere.
It was a little typo, but we're going to call it Tropic of the week.
The Himalayas.
Yeah, so we're just going to continue talking about Grand Theft Auto, our favourite one, and what we expect to see in the new one.
Yeah. Well, I think ours is both the same as San Andreas, isn't it?
San Andreas is definitely up there for me, but I have to always shout out GTA 4 because of I love that game, and I've even gone back to play it recently, and I think it's just the fact that it's so grounded in terms of the story that it has. I think it came out at a really interesting time. I love the map in it. The driving mechanics, I think, are better in GTA 4 than any other game. I even think they're better in GTA 4 than they are in 5. In 5, they kind of went back to a little bit more arcadey, but in GTA 4, I just felt like the driving mechanics were kind of tough in a way. There was weight to the cars. When you were on a bike as well, it was very realistic, and I just liked the kind of grittiness of the story. And this, I think he's Russian. It came out that he was Russian, or
he's Russian.
Yeah. So kind of his story coming into America and that kind of American dream, and like a lot of the games are similar to that, but I just think GTA 4 did
bowling.
Yeah, bowling. Yeah. Roman,
you want to go bowling?
But yeah, it added that kind of grittiness to it. San Andreas, I think it was like peak when I was, in terms of when it came out, it was just mind blowing in terms of what, like, back then I was listening to rap music. It was just a perfect synergy of all the interest that I had.
It definitely was. It was the rap era, that one.
When
it came out.
Irish lad said Vice City as well is an absolutely top game. Like, when I say 4 is probably my favourite, San Andreas is like right up there, and Vice City is right up there as well.
San Andreas San Andreas kind of turned it more into an RPG-esque kind of game.
Yeah, you could go to the gym.
Like that before. You go to the gym,
get buffed,
get your hair cut, you could change your clothes.
It was never like that, before that.
It was never like that before that, and it was that's a big experience. I love that game because of the time it was in. It was in line with the culture at the time.
Yeah.
It was very much in line with the culture, and like, it was a very lovable game. I think everyone kind of had a soft spot for San Andreas when it came out. It was open world, which was different to the other ones. All the ones you had to open up certain parts of the map, and that kind of changed with San Andreas. And what I loved about San Andreas was it's a bit weird, but the gang feature where you could take over sections of the map.
Yeah.
And you had your gang colors, and people used to try and come in and take the turf, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And then you have to go back and try and take it back over, and Grove Street, and it was very good. It was a very in-depth game, and I really loved it. And like, if I was going on to, I hope they kind of bring that back with something with the new one. I think a girl protagonist might be a good idea.
Definitely.
To change things up a bit, but like, to keep it gangster, like, do you know what I mean? Like, the proper You know what I'm trying to say?
They want to go like what I would love, because a lot of people are afraid that it's not going to come out. It's going to come out and it's not going to be as controversial as the previous ones. Like there was some really controversial, even decisions made in GTA 5 where the new iPhone has been released and it blows your man's head off when he's doing the announcement for it. You know, stuff like that is just very Rockstar.
That's good storytelling.
Yeah, very Rockstar. And you know,
don't be afraid of it.
One of the lead writers is after leaving, and a lot of people are afraid that it's going to be a little bit
woke.
I wanted to look for another word, but yeah, there is no other word.
Yeah, no, I don't think like
I don't play Grand Theft Auto to be given real world lessons. I want to play it to be a gangster and to, you know, come up through the world. Exactly. So yeah, I hope, and you'd like to think, because there is a lot of people looking forward to this. There's a reason why the games are as big as they are, and it's that kind of Rockstar's attitude of, we don't care what you think, we're just going to make the game that we want to make.
I think as well they're going to be implementing more things for people playing roleplay, because they just recently took over what are they called? A couple of roleplay, the people that developed the role. I can't remember the bloody name.
Yeah, the big roleplay servers.
Yeah, the servers. They actually bought them out, and they're probably going to help them develop them sections and like help them along, because that world is massive. Like that is GTA. This now, like it's modern GTA. They do loads of things, like you can grow a weed farm and you can take care of it, and you can hide it. And then you can have other gangs finding it and taking it away. And that's like proper gangster
criminal stuff. Simulator.
Criminal activity. Yeah, no, but that's a criminal simulator. And I've seen things like people having tennis tournaments, and they're like completely losing it when they lose. And like the really,
even the racing was huge, wasn't it?
Yeah,
GTA racing,
it's massive. And all the people would go in and they make real characters that you'd see in a movie and like play the character.
Yeah,
and like it's
shout out to
good.
Bosch. Actually, he was one
Bosch
of the
Merchant's very good. That's where you introduced me to a lot of it.
Yeah,
watching it, and it's very good. I hope they implement a lot of that. I just want to see a good story as well. GTA is a good online game, but you want the story game. You want to be sitting there. You want to have the missions you remember.
Yeah.
You want to be like having a party. Like there's sections of each game that you really remember vividly. There was one, the Banshee. Remember the Banshee car?
Break in and take the
car.
That was the third one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the third one. Yeah, like some of that stuff, and just kept going to the back to the same one to get that car, because when you got the car, other cars started appearing.
Yeah.
The Banshee started appearing.
Yeah, you kind of whatever you do with the game engine, it starts to appear on the streets once you unlock it.
No, but like I'm very excited about it. Like it's definitely I know I'm 100% getting that.
Yeah, same.
There's not many games that I'll say that like I'm 100% getting that game. It's same as like Enten coming out. I read Dead. Like a Rockstar game is just a Rockstar game.
Yeah, and in fairness to Rockstar, like the online is not the case most of the time, but they're very good at releasing games that are, you know, in working order, let's say.
But I'd say GTA Online wasn't in the game plan. Not that it went how big it's gone. I don't think it was ever that thought it would ever get that big as the last one did, because it's monumental. Like it's on a different level compared to other things. Like this thing is made. Is it still the top rated except for Minecraft, isn't it? Or is it still the number one?
It's definitely up there. It has to be. And it's still making like lots of money as well with the shark cards.
Yeah, like what game can say that they've kept that player base for that long? Like there is a couple of big ones up there, but they're like I don't know what games are massive.
In turn, like I suppose like Fortnite would go in. Minecraft is a little bit different because there's no in-game purchases, but
what's that esports game that's really massive?
League of Legends.
Yeah, that's kept a player base for a long, long time. World of Warcraft. I just say GTA is like number one game ever.
Yeah. What's interesting about GTA is it's the fact that everybody that buys GTA buys it for the single player, and then with the afterthought of being multiplayer. There's not too many games out there like that. Like for example, like Battlefield, a game like that. Some of them didn't have a single player, but a lot of them would have on release. I never even would have looked at the single player, because that's not what it's about. It's about jumping into this massive battlefield and But with GTA, it's like I want to experience this story. Even with Red Dead Redemption, is I want to experience this mind blowing story. Like Red Dead Redemption, I'm actually going to go back and play that soon enough. I have because I have a hard copy.
Like, with GTA 5, like I haven't played online that much. I'd sat there a couple of evenings and done it, but just didn't click with me.
I put a lot of time into it for like maybe a month or two, and we started. There was 5 of us playing. We started our own biker gang. We were, traveling around on all our bikes. We were in formation. It was like really good doing all the kind of biker-esque missions, and there was moments, a moment-to-moment gameplay where I was like, this is amazing. Like, this feels like you're part of a gang, and you can design your symbol and put it on the bikes, and the game allowed you then to go to areas on a map that had different biker gangs, and you could get jobs off them. We were working for different gangs and stuff, so I love that element. But for me, it's definitely the single player.
It's funny that most of the games that people are attracted to is like simulation. Like, it's just, that's what people want: simulation. Maybe that's the future.
Yeah, that's my favorite games are simulation.
VR.
Yeah. A bit like Hitman VR. So yeah, you're looking forward to it. The only thing that I kind of want to add to it as well, because we didn't really mention any of them, were the older games. GTA, the first one, you had GTA London, and you mentioned about the gang mechanic. I think that was in GTA London. It was definitely in one of the older ones where you took over like an area and you kept that area of the map.
I don't know. Like GTA that London, it was all face down.
Yeah.
Down. And like, I don't know because I can't remember them games, to be honest. Like, I can remember playing them, but I wouldn't be able to tell you the details of how it started. But it wasn't in GTA 3.
No, it wasn't in that one, but I'm nearly certain I'll have a look after this. But I'm nearly
GTA
certain.
3 was like mind blowing.
Yeah, it was the fact that it changed from that top down.
Changed, and I was like, "What is this?" And
but it was always similar. It was almost similar because it was like an identical car to the one that you use in the first one, but it was in a 3D open world. It was just crazy.
It was like, wow, this is completely different. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting it at all. When you come off the PlayStation 1, like to all them GTAs, and next thing GTA 3 comes up and you're just walking along and smoking. And
yeah, that first mission, don't you rob somewhere and then
don't you have to get your cousin?
Yeah,
I can't remember. Like
it's a prison break, isn't it? Or not a prison break, but you're breaking a guy out of one of the armored carts.
But then you go back and play them now, and it's like clunky pieces of crap.
Yeah, the graphics are not after aging well, but.
And trying to play with the controls, and that just doesn't hit anymore. But that's the time. That's what happens.
Irish lad says I play Power Washer Simulator.
Asked to wash the car, I have a hissy fit.
yeah, a real car. You don't want to do it.
That's where robots come in. Oh, jeez. It's like what was it? The Simpsons. He's out driving to get the go-karts, and then I have to drive home. Oh, I don't wanna. Back that.
But yeah, it'll be day one for both of us, and yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's
definitely going to get serious money. Like, it's going to get trillions. Like, if they do the online right, we might not see a GTA 7 ever.
No. Yeah, possibly could be the last GTA.
Yeah,
which is sad.
Yeah, well, hopefully, like someone just what's that game that kind of ripped it off?
Saints Row.
Yeah. That kind of dollars.
That was okay. There was a couple that were okay.
Someone should come out with more games like it. Just don't be afraid. Come on, give some. I love gang games and I love gang movies.
Did you play the Mafia games, the remastered ones?
No.
Really, really good. Honestly,
I remember you did a video on it. All right.
Yeah, really good. Definitely pick it up if you're looking for one of those games. Some great missions and that as well. But yeah, it's I love the fact that since I started gaming, I always felt like, so GTA was a game that my uncle had on a PS1 like years ago, and I remember going to my granny's house and seeing it, and we were never allowed to play it, but there was one time where the granny went out and we just kind of put it in. It was like, oh, this is, they're saying curse words, and then it kind of went on from that. Like, there was GTA London, I'm not sure, I think that was it was GTA and then GTA London, there was possibly another one. And then
GTA 1, GTA 2,
GTA 2, sorry. GTA 2 was there as well. And then the third one came out, and it was just like that was the moment where you were like, is this what gaming is now?
I know I've told this story before, but Just tell it again because it's
Yeah, go
freaking
for it.
hilarious. But I was one of my cousins was down. He's a lot younger than me. He's about 10 years younger than me now, and he was about 11 or 12 at the time, and he was sitting there playing the DS, right? And I said, give me a shot of that there." And I started playing it anyway. And he goes, and I killed somebody, and he goes, "You're after killing my I can't even say the word hate dealer." He's after killing my hate dealer. I was like, "What do you mean?" And he said the word like hate or on.
Steeler.
Yeah, me hate. And I was like, "You're 12 years of age. You shouldn't be saying that fucking word." If I say the word, I probably fucking YouTube.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, could you say that word? I probably can't.
I'm sure you can. You can't get arrested for saying the word, can you?
No, but they can stop your video being shown.
Possibly, possibly.
Like that.
The old bots could be onto us.
I tell you, I did a short before, and I said, what did I say? I said the B word, like B word, like
yeah,
explosion, and they stopped it from being shown. Like they because I was getting loads of views before, and it just plummeted with that video.
wow.
And then the rest showed. They could tell straight away when you.
Yeah,
say
they can tell. My son's channel was shut down because he said he goes, "I'm 10 years of age and I'm from." Like he said something, but it mentioned his age, and you have to be 13 or you have to set up a parent account.
They can tell straight away. It's mad, isn't it?
His things was shut down. He's no YouTube channel anymore.
That's it straight away. They knew very well the bots are onto us.
Yeah, the bots are onto us.
They have it's like certain trigger words, and like they're always stuck, but it's well possible because if you the cookie system and stuff that were on the internet works like that, where they send cookies in and it tracks all the words in your websites.
It's crazy,
and then it sends it back.
Yeah.
And then when it starts reacting with keywords and all that, so they could still probably do the same words with actual voices. It's nuts.
Yeah, it
We're
is.
being watched by the AI boys. Everyone say we love.
We'll end the podcast there, guys. If you don't hear from us, the bots are after getting us.
There'll be no GTA.
No, so, but yeah, we're let's talk. Actually, just before we go, let's talk a little bit about kind of what we want to do on a weekend basis. We want to start getting some people together for some gaming. Not even a competitive level.
I'm not sure if everyone's getting too old now. There's not as much a buzz about the old games as there used to be. So I don't know. We'll try.
But I think even trying to get someone on a non-competitive level, if we just got together and somebody said Valheim there, that might be a nice little chilled out. We're getting older. That is. Kind of an RPG, but you can have different players. Myself and John played it, and it was really enjoyable. But I could see how having a massive group of people there, because you have to go off and get wood and build houses, and it's pretty good. The graphics are like old school kind of retro look, really, really nice.
Well, I'm up for doing like anything. I'm up for doing tournaments, games, anything at all.
Like, honestly, Fortnite is probably the fact that it's back in the buzz. It might get a couple of people back on.
But I can play on my PC, I suppose. I was about to can't play the PlayStation. I can play on PC.
Yeah.
I could plug the controller in because I can't do. Imagine I don't know how people build on a keyboard. They're just nuts. I wish I could do that. That's young people job. That's a young person kind of thing. But we did a new website up, republicofplayers.net.
Check it out.
Check it out. Please get the numbers up. But I'm going to start posting news on that daily, hopefully. And you can start making YouTube videos again, I suppose.
Yeah.
And do something. But it's hard when you're old, you're married, you're
married a wet week.
I'm married though. I can say it. It's the first time I can say it. You're old.
The old ball and chain.
Don't be interrupting me. I'm old and married. But it's difficult to hear, but it's hard to get game. But I still love it.
Luke says Valheim sounds class. Have yet to play it. Yeah, it's really good, and I think it's really cheap as well, Luke.
Man, if everyone had the amount of PC games you could play, like if everyone had PCs, it'd be a lot easier because the stuff that like making stuff, DayZ, things, the games like that would be bloody awesome with a massive crowd. Like
DayZ would be very good with a bunch of us. Like
PC gaming makes things so much easier.
It does.
Than PlayStation. You don't even have to buy a battle pass or a PS Plus.
Yeah.
Which breaks my heart having to pay for. But we definitely do more things. Do more. We're always saying it, but we will.
Yeah. And don't be afraid. Like, if you are in the chat and you have a few ideas for us as well.
Here is the original Warzone.
Oh my God. I remember that game. Wow.
Yeah, that's the original. It was called Warzone.
Was there the WCW games prior to that game and then that one came out? Was Attitude after that one? Your mic's after going, is it? Yeah, I can't hear you.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can hear me now, can you?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I don't know if there's WCW games. This is WWF anyway.
Yeah, so I think that one
Um,
came out, and then Attitude, which was really good as
yeah,
well.
like I actually was enjoying this. I was at the Northern Ireland Comic Con and I was playing this, and it was very enjoyable. Even though I have it here now, but it was just sitting there playing with a couple of friends.
Nice.
But we used to have great crack playing them because all the weapons and stuff under the tables and under the ring, and it was just so clunky. And you're walking around just grabbing things and throwing it, but it was great crack.
What's happening, Pat? Seems like a better Warzone, definitely. Um,
That's
Warzone,
true.
Warzone is it's not hitting the
Do you know
heights,
what's mi- do you know what's missing with Warzone? Do you know what's wrong with Warzone?
character, and actual good gameplay.
No, but the problem with Warzone is the movement for one. I don't like the movement in Warzone, and the
Yeah,
second thing is the guns. What's good about PUBG and what was good is the attachments
yeah,
and finding a gun and finding the attachment, getting the gun better, and that was. But you just now that's just a run and shooter. You might as well just be playing normal game. That's not
yeah.
a battle
It's a
royale
Twitch
game.
shooter.
Yeah, but that's it, and
Yeah,
it's just not as fun as PUBG was. Or because you're a PUBG felt like you're actually trying to, you could actually hide and win that
yeah,
way. You
yeah. There
didn't
was
have to go.
tactics. It wasn't
Yeah, you
just
didn't have to
W
run and
keying all the
gun. You
time.
don't have to run and gun. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Hello, Pat.
what's
Long
happening,
time
Pat?
no chat.
Hopefully you're keeping well, buddy.
But we leave it there.
Yeah, we'll leave it there. Yeah, we'll be back. I'm actually in Spain next week, so hopefully the guys
I'm in
can.
Spain next week.
Yeah, I'm annoying. I've gone to that annoying. You're going on holidays next week mode.
Tomorrow's Thursday. That's it. No, it's over. Holidays starting tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Holiday won't affect us.
Yeah, I have to relax because I'm going on
I have to
holidays
relax.
next
Yeah,
week.
my brother lives in Scotland, and he comes over. Like he's over for the wedding there, and every time I'm on holidays. I'm on holidays. I'm not doing that. I'm on holidays. Gets pissed for the week. I'm on holidays now. I'm on holidays.
Yeah, well, I'm actually going over for work, so I'm using that as an excuse. If anyone says, no, I'm going over for work. So yeah, we'll see
Well,
anyway.
Pat, you can watch it back and get the old algorithm up.
Yeah, cheers, Pat. Okay, we're going to leave it there. We're sorry the little bit of technical difficulties at the start. My mic wasn't working for some reason. And
Hopefully, it'll be me, John, and Aiden next week.
yeah,
Hopefully.
awesome. Okay, thanks a million, guys. Where can the good folks find you, Paddy?
Well, they can find me here on the Republic of Players and join in the group chat on Facebook and check out the new website, republicplayers.net. It'll be full of news soon. We're going to be putting news up daily, hopefully. So I'm a plumber. It's just hard to get time to be at a computer.
Yeah,
but
and I'm at a computer all the time. I just don't have time for.
You don't have time for anything else. Life is busy. But thanks very much for watching. I'm enjoying that you've come back. Anyone that comes back in every week, I appreciate it a lot. Anyone watching this after, please sub. You're probably not watching to the end anyway, like to be honest. But
just the two of us.
In case you skipped to the end.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks so much, guys. Again, over in the Republic Players, definitely check out the group chats that we have over there. Like, we want to get to a stage where we have group chats for different topics. So we have one for F1, one for just 24/7 gaming. There's an FC one there as well. And we're going to try and build kind of mini communities using those chats, and then hopefully get together and actually, play a few games together. Maybe if we set up a FIFA tournament or Fortnite or whatever you're into, just let us know and we'll try and get together.
I like just be like a Saturday night. Like I'd be sitting up anyway. Like, so I'd like to have a few games with people. It'll be enjoyable.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so we'll see you in the next one. Again, I'm not going to be here, but the guys are going to be here next Wednesday, same time, same place, and we'll see you then.